Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you this, which is my everyday skin routine, how I do it now and how I've been doing it for a couple of months that I have been gone. The reason I've been gone is I know I never really did videos too often. However, I had a pretty good reason to not make any videos in the past months, and that was because I was pregnant. And I was so tired that I just could not do anything after I came home from work. So I have a beautiful baby boy. I'm really happy, tired, but really happy. And I also got a new kitten. So I'm keeping myself pretty busy these days. I'm hoping I can finish all the videos that I want to film for you today because I only have a limited time. So I hope you enjoy everything, and if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching. So the way I changed my daily routine is I don't like to use a lot of foundation, thick foundation and concealers and all that jazz. What I like to do is focus on primers and skincare and color correcting products to get the coverage that I'm looking for and the kind of overall look. And MAC has come out with quite a lot of products in the past year that are in the primer line that I wear every single day. I start with the Vibrancy Eye Primer for underneath the eyes. I may have shown you this before already. I would not use more than half a pump. Be really careful how much comes out because you do not need a full pump at all. So what this does, it brightens under eye area, and also it color corrects a little bit, so the concealer actually looks better on the skin. It has a little bit of color, but it doesn't have any coverage per se. So I don't know if you can see the difference, but the way it brightens, it actually looks like I need to put less concealer on. And I'm a fan of putting more products together that work together in order to achieve certain look instead of doing like a full coverage all over and looking all thick and heavy. So while this sets under the eyes before I go and do my concealer and highlighter and all that jazz, I use the Fortified Skin Enhancer, which is a color correcting primer. It has SPF of 35, which is really good for every day. And I've noticed that by this working as color corrector, it helps me hide the darkness that I have around my mouth and also underneath the eyes and on the rest of the skin. And so I don't even have to actually use the foundation if I don't want to. And I'm going to use the Pixie Woo stippling brush for this. So I just put a little bit on my hand and then kind of brush some off just on the ends of the bristles. And I massage this into the skin. It's also illuminating, so it gives your skin a beautiful, healthy look, or finish, I should say. And you don't need a lot of this, as with any primer, it's just, you know, whatever does the trick, really. And you shouldn't have to use a lot. If you're using a lot, it means maybe you're looking for something with more coverage, so you may need a foundation instead. And I already have what looks like coverage, but really I just color corrected the skin tone. Next I use the Prep+Prime highlighter in Radiant Rose, and I just twist some out, put it on the inner corner, and then take my Mineralize concealer, which is one of the newer ones, in NW25. The highlighter is quite whitish if you put a lot of it on, so you may have to use a concealer that's a little bit darker, because one day it makes it's going to be a perfect color for you. And again, the highlighter, because it's so light, you really want to blend it out I use some around my nose too, mixed with the concealer. If you have excess product, you can use it on spots. Or I do around my mouth because I have a lot of darkness there. And just stipple so I have more coverage in the center. I'm gonna go on to the brows. Since I have darker hair, I have to do darker brows. So I'm using Spiked with my favorite eyebrow brush. I used to be scared of using the pencil because of it looking fake, but I find that when I use the brush to soften it, it actually looks really good. Kind of get the basic shape and then go in with the brush and really brush through, and it softens everything. For highlight, my obsession has been the Chromagraphic pencil. It's the concealer pencil. You can use a concealer or foundation for this, whatever works. And I just go really close underneath. So it gives me that sharp edge. And then I take, oh gosh, this is 211, and kind of brush it downwards. Okay, to set my brows, I use the Anastasia clear brow gel or the colored one. I have found that it holds my hair in place better than the MAC one, so I've been using that lately. And then I'm just gonna bronze myself up a little bit, and then if you want to get a little bit more coverage, if you feel like, you know, this is not quite enough, I use the Mineralize loose foundation. I'm gonna use the big angled 174 with, this was a limited bronzer, whatever you want to use to contour your face. I find this really easy because the angle is so nice. I just put it like this and sweep. And I like to use the small tapered 165 and go mainly underneath the eyes because that's where the concealer is, and just lightly pat it on. I feel like this is soft enough powder for it to not show too much around the eyes. And most of the coverage I focus on the center of my face because that's where I want it the most. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Bye.